You know, there is such a thing as New Age Muggles. Just because you believe in astrology, tarot card readings, past life regression energy healing, doesn't mean you're not a Muggle. Doesn't just because you've done 20 ayahuasca journeys or you take magic mushrooms on the weekend or whatever, does not mean that you're really escaping the matrix. So the thing is that think of it as the difference between spirituality and religion. With spirituality is a real-time relationship engagement with spirit. It's not about a belief system. It's kind of like Moses is communing with the burning bush, whatever happened there. And let's say that's spirit. And then writing it down in the Bible and people believing it happened, whatever, that's religion. So the thing is that the ego wants to co-opt everything. And that's just what it does. And the way it co-opts spirit is it turns it into religion, it turns it into belief systems. It comes down to, well, do you believe in life after death? Do you believe in the soul? Do you believe? It doesn't really matter what you believe in. Belief has very little to do with it. It's also not really where you want to have your big argument. Right? I believe in this and you believe in that, and we're going to argue. That's how all the religious wars started. Let people believe whatever they want to believe, but also beware of all the New Age stuff can be just as much of a trap into the matrix as anything else. You know, probably every religion at the beginning was this revolutionary New Age kind of thing. And then it ended up just becoming a religion with people singing boring songs in church, whatever, right? And so it doesn't matter what kind of practices you do. It doesn't matter what mountain you climb, what cave you meditate, because a lot of that stuff in the end, for most people doing it, it just amounts to what I call spiritual merit badges. And, you know, like in the Boy Scouts, you get a merit badge. And it shows some competency in a certain field, right? Now, you're not getting enlightened because you gather up enough spiritual merit badges. There are all kinds of cool things to do where you can tap into spirit, but you don't have to do any of them because you already are spirit. So thinking that, you know, well, I prefer, you know, being a vegan, blah, blah, blah. Good, be a vegan. Awesome. It doesn't get you closer to enlightenment. It's a lifestyle choice. It can be a very wonderful thing to do, okay, but it doesn't really have anything to do with awakening to spirit. Awakening to spirit is realizing that all this stuff is basically a dream. It's one level of the game that we can awaken out of. Doesn't mean reject it, right? But adding on new things in the matrix doesn't necessarily get you out of the matrix. So there was an author, a monk, I believe, what was his name? Trugyum Chumpa, something like that, a Tibetan guy. But he wrote a book called Cutting Spiritual Materialism or something. Anyway, he talks about spiritual materialism. And it's basically, that's what I'm talking about. Spiritual merit badges, Oh, you haven't been to India? Well, you must go to India. Of course. How could you be spiritual if you don't go to India or Peru or whatever? No, you can be spiritual sitting in bumfuck South Dakota all day long, all your life. You can be spiritual sitting in prison or anywhere, okay? Even a boardroom of a Fortune 500 company. You are already spirit. There's nothing to attain. There's only awakening to what is true and letting go of what isn't. It's not about adding a bunch of practices into your life. Now, if you want to add those practices, do. I've added many of them. I enjoy them. It's just a matter of realizing that has nothing to do with true spiritual awakening or enlightenment, if you prefer. Anyway, that's what I think. Thanks for watching. Bye.